President Macron outlined a three-stage exit from lockdown. The first step comes on Saturday, with shops allowed to reopen and people allowed to go out to exercise within a 20-kilometre radius of their homes instead of just one. And they'll be allowed to spend 3 hours outdoors instead of 1. The second step comes on December the 15th, with the lifting of travel restrictions, provided the number of infections is below 5,000 new cases per day. So that will allow people to move around France to spend Christmas with family or friends.
Yeah, well, it's very likely that each region will have their own restrictions. It makes some sense because transmission rates are different across regions in Spain. But today, the central government is meeting with the different regional governments in order to harmonize some of the measures. So far, the central government is just making some recommendations, and some sources admit that some of them respond more to sociological criteria rather than epidemiological criteria. For example, the limitation to a maximum of 6 people in family gatherings is aiming at restricting those gatherings to the closest family. It is not clear yet if there will be also some other restrictions, for example, to mobility. People will be able to move from one region to another to meet the family, and probably that will not happen until the 20th of September. But each region is going to present their own plans for Christmas. For example, here in Puerta del Sol, thousands of people gather every year to say goodbye to to welcome the new year, and it's not clear yet what is going to happen here. They just say observe the current social distancing rules.
When German Chancellor Angela Merkel discusses the latest round of coronavirus restrictions with state premiers here on Wednesday afternoon, it seems that the main focus will undoubtedly be Christmas. The partial lockdown that's now been in place here in Germany since November 2nd looks set to continue until just a couple of days before Christmas itself, meaning that leisure facilities, bars and restaurants, except for takeout, will continue to remain closed. But over a number of days over Christmas week itself, it seems that there'll be an amnesty of sorts. That's at least according to a draft paper that's already doing the rounds here in Germany. According to that paper, Germans look set to be able to enjoy the festivities with more than the current maximum number of 2 households. The number of maximum guests could even be increased to up to 10 people. But over the Christmas period, the basic rules still look set to apply, like mandatory mask wearing on public transport and in some public places, including shops. But before the new regulations have even been announced, concerns are already being voiced about what happens once the festivities are over and life goes back to normal, and what that might mean for the number of cases.